Welcome to Currency Watch. This is Chris Keene from akeenpointofview.com. Most of the majors lost ground against the US dollar today in Asian and European trading, but picked up a bit of those losses in North American trading. Trading should get back to normal flows today with the Wednesday with the reintroduction of London traders into the fray. And we do have a bit of news flow picking up. Starting today at 9:30 Eastern Time or 1:30 GMT time, we have the release of the Australian GDP report. This number should give us an indication of how the Australian economy is doing and an indication of how the Chinese economy is doing, and if we can see a slowdown in the larger economy. And following that, we have the release of the Euro GDP report at 9 p.m. But more importantly, we have the release of the European Central Bank decision at 11:45 GMT time, which I believe is 7:45 Eastern time. The press conference following this release will be interesting because we could see the introduction of further quantitative easing or a coordinated stimulation liquidity package placed in. I mean, this is purely speculation, but it has been rumored. And we could also see a interest rate reduction in the Euro bloc. Heading into tonight, we have a few pairs that are in interesting positions that I'm going to be keeping an eye on. The first is New Zealand USD, which you can see on the hourly chart has been in a triangle. And if we can get a break of this triangle to either side, on the top side it's around 175.75, and on the bottom it's around 0.7535. If we get a break to the top, we could see a move up towards 76, and even further up to 76.50. If we get a move to the bottom of the triangle, we could get a drift down to 75, and a bit further down to 74.60. The next pair I'm watching is the USD-CAD cross. The USD-CAD cross looks though as it might be in a wedge. As you can see, it's been following this descending trend line lower, and but it has all the losses have been capped by support at 103.60. So I would watch this to see if I would see if we move down to 103.60 that buyers might come in, and we might just ricochet it up and down on this trend line until the release of the European interest rate decision at 11:45 tomorrow morning GMT time. And the next pair I'm interested in is the Great Britain Pound USD. You can see the Pound USD. Let's look at a smaller scale chart. It bounced off support at 153.20 today. It moved higher on this trend line throughout most of North American trading. It appears now to be in a triangle, and we could see a break of this triangle to either side. If we get a breakdown to the downside, we could see it move back down to 153.20. It's right in the triangle right now. If we get a break to the top side, we could see it move back up to 154, 154.30. If we get a move up to this 154.30, 154 area, I would expect that sellers would come into the fray in anticipation of the Bank of England's interest rate decision on Thursday. If the Bank of England introduces any more quantitative easing or liquidity measures, we could see the pair move down aggressively after that announcement. So the theme for tonight is that news is picking up, and we should begin to see a bit of volatility created through this news, and we'll get a clearer picture on how the pairs should be trading. So this has been Currency Watch, and this is Chris Keene from A Keen Point of View.